Hello, this is Cake Palace by Delight. Thank you for joining me in this video. Now I'm going to show you how I make use of my mesh stencil. This is a mesh stencil I'm going to be using. This one is called the acrylic stencil, and this one is mesh stencil. Now I'm going to show you how I apply it on my cake. Okay, so this is actually a covered cake. This is a covered cake. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a cell tape. Just place on one end of. Do same for the other end. If you have a board pin can also do this. This is just to secure the stencil to the cake. Get the stencil. Make sure you have positioned it very well. Position it very well. Okay, once I've done that, I get my royal icing. Now, if you can see, the royal icing is a paste. You see, it's not too watery, it's not too strong, it's not too stiff. It's just like a paste. You know, the way your toothpaste, the texture of your toothpaste, that's exactly how I made this to be. And remind you, when you are working with royal icing, you have to be really fast. Really fast. Now see, I have to use a smooth knife to place my hand here to hold this firmly. This is because if I use my hand, my fingers could make indentions. She could make marks on the cake. So it's safe to use a smooth knife. Now, once I'm done applying the royal icing, I'm going to scrape gently. Okay, make sure you don't have so much. It's time to review our beautiful pattern. Now peel it off gently. Peel it off, peel it off, peel it. And this is what we get. Now you might be asking yourself, so how do I go about filling up this remaining part of the cake? I'll show you how to do that. Now, for this, to stencil this part, this is a 5 inches pan. This is a 6 inches cake. Now I had to use a pan a bit smaller than the cake itself. If this was an 8 inches, probably I would use a 6 inches pan or anything smaller, any container around you smaller. This to complete it. You see, the way the stencil was made, this part of it, you see, it's like it's half. This is half. So you have to take the half of this to complete it. So when you are setting it in such a way that is on top of it, the half is on top of it, to complete it. Very careful. I had to change the container I used. The pan is not as high as I wanted it, so that it will give space for the stencil to relax. That's why I had to change it. Very important, please, you have to make sure that it's properly placed, else you won't get a good result. Just apply the real icing all through. Okay, so you see I have peeled it off. You see it's complete now. It's basically how I use my mesh stencil on a cake. Remember I said I was going to show you two different techniques. This is one of the techniques. You can actually apply it on the cake directly. You know, I just covered the cake normal, the way I cover my cakes, and then I apply the stencil. Now I'm going to show you the second technique. Okay, for the second technique, now I have covered my cake in fondant, but this time around, lightly, I had to use a very light fondant. I rolled the fondant very thin to cover the cake. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to still roll out another fondant. This time around, I'm going to do the stencil on the table before I apply it on the cake. So remember, I've always said whenever I want to cover a cake, if the cake is a round cake, I form the fondant to be round. If it is square, the same thing. So because I want to roll it to look like a big stripe, that's why I have modeled it this way. So all I do is I just start rolling. Follow it that way, it's easier. If it is a round cake, shape it to look like a round shape. So this is what I'll do. I keep following it until I roll it as big as I want it to be. I'm still going to secure the stencil. Now I have rolled out the fondant. This is it. I had to measure it. It's 6 inches. The height is 6 inches. The length is 20 inches. How do you measure the length? Just get a tape. Go around it, the circumference. Did you see that? 20. So still secure the stencil before we apply the real icing. Now I'll start applying the real icing. Now I'm going to scrape it. Once I'm done scraping that, I'll peel it off to reveal our pattern. Did you see that? So beautiful. A little bit of, I'm applying Crisco on the body of the cake. I think Crisco works for me. Some people can use water. Whatever works for you, please do go ahead. But I think I prefer using Crisco. So I've applied Crisco all over the body. I've applied the stencil on the fondant. Now I like to dry a bit. You know, it's royal icing. You see, it can't come off my fingers. It's a little bit dry. You know, royal icing dries faster. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. Roll that gently, 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 gently. Now we're going to apply it on our cake. Gently, gently does it. then cut off the excess. I'm not going to cut, I'm going to cut, make sure it cuts through to the other one. Make sure your hand is straight using a craft knife. You see that? Join that together. If you cut it that way, the seam will not be very obvious to find. You see that it's all joined together. So stenciled cakes. So whichever technique you want to apply is up to you. Now you can try this out and send us pictures, videos of what you've done. Actually, you can use there's also a way you can stencil a cake without the use of rear icing, even without the use of airbrush machine. Now I showed how to use that technique in my wedding cake class. If you want to see that, you can join our wedding cake class for a little fee. Thank you for joining us today. See you on our next video. Bye.